Well, hello, hello. Chris here this morning. Hope everybody's doing awesome. And let's jump into live Q&A and mindset stuff. My internet is a little bit laggy this morning, I think. So if we're getting some rough weather there in the internet world with the speed, just let me know. I've tried to do a little troubleshooting, but I think it could be that a lot of people in my neighborhood are streaming right now. So let's do this. Here's stuff I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of questions. The reason I'm parking kind of on this today is getting a lot of questions really around the what's up, Brenda? Awesome to see you. Sure, great to see you. Dennis, awesome to see you. So glad everybody's here. Brenda, good morning. Awesome. Let's talk mindset. So depends on who you talk to, depends on the day, depends on the hour, depends on the minute sometimes, but there's a lot going on, right? Some of us are feeling super excited. Some of us are feeling super stressed. I've gone through that range of emotions over the past week or two, up and down, up and down. And there's reasons for that. The world is kind of in a new shifting place, and the markets that you're working in are in a new shifting place. But there's so much there. And I'm going to sit here and just tell you how much great opportunity there is and all that kind of stuff. We're getting traction. It's working for us, but it's coming from serious, intelligent, very intentional activity. And that's going really well. But it's scary still, right? Even if your agency is running and rocking and rolling, you still wonder, is it all about to shift again? Is it all about to change again? And it's just something you have to work on. So let's talk about mindset. A couple of questions and see if I can answer those. So first question I get, and I've had like several versions of this. So here's kind of the smush together of those things is, how do I get up in the morning and actually get stuff started? Because sometimes we wake up in the morning, particularly when the schedules are all thrown off, the kids are out of school. It's not like you want to get up at 6 a.m. anymore and start getting people out the door. You could kind of sleep till 10. You can kind of make it messy. Life gets a little unorganized. How do I get up in the morning and actually get stuff started? Okay, so for me, here's what I do. The day before, I plan my day. I know that's so elementary and ABC stuff, but just hang with me. It's often the stuff that we know and is right there in front of us that we just don't often get to, and making sure that we're actually getting this on track. So the day before I go to bed, so last night, I take a look at my calendar. I hardly ever look at my calendar because I have an awesome team who helps manage that. But even for me, I take a look at my calendar and I go through everything I have to do. I roll through it, make sure I know the start times, make sure I know anything I have to prepare for that. But what I really do is I make sure that there's something on my calendar at like 8 or 7 or 8:30 or 7:30, somewhere early in the day, whenever your day starts. For me, 8 o'clock. I make sure there's something on my calendar. If I don't have an event or a client thing or something that someone outside my organization is asking me to do at 8 o'clock, I'm going to call one of my staff. I used to do this with a friend or two. I'd say, hey, I need to make sure I can talk to you every day at 8 o'clock. Let's just do a little accountability, make sure our day's on track. Let's just check in. Hey, I'm up. I'm actually dressed. I'm sitting here. My computer's on. And here's the next thing I'm going to do. Somebody in your world that can actually help you make sense of it and make sure you actually get moving quickly. Plan something in your day and actually have something sitting right there ready for you to do that involves another human. All right. Next thing I do is I put the hardest thing I have to do right there at the beginning of the day. That's super important. I actually dropped a post on my personal profile that talked about kind of how I structure. You can go over this. It's the most recent post on my personal profile. Talks about how I structure each day, kind of things I do, breathing, and then getting into the activity of that, doing one thing at a time. So when it used to be more of a cash crunch for me, fortunately I have some runway right now, but when it used to be more of a cash crunch for me, I would actually sit down and do the banking, the financial stuff, the cash stuff first, right? Take 5 minutes, sit there. Yes, sugar, awesome. Good idea. Definitely going to set up an early morning meeting. It's so helpful. Oh my gosh, we're not that awesome alone. We're way better off when we have people around us. So get on the call, you get started. Then for me, I used to manage cash in the morning. So I'd check my bank account, check the credit card account, move things around, do whatever I got to do, get past that annoying, stressful thing. If cash is tight, get past that thing, deal with it for 15 minutes, whatever it takes, put it aside. Don't check it again until tomorrow morning. Nothing's going to happen overnight. There's no overnight between you and the next and that afternoon. Just put it to bed. Don't check your bank account at noon. Don't check your bank account at dinner time. Definitely don't check it before you go to bed. Do it once, move on. Another thing that I love putting up first, since cash is not my thing to manage anymore, is a stressful phone call. So if there's a really eat the frog first. Yes, exactly, Dennis. Eat the frog first. Get the if it's veggies you don't like, eat the veggies on your plate and then go for the stuff you do like. Don't eat dessert first. I put a stressful call. If it's a client call that might be stressful, I put that first. If it's a prospecting call, usually that's the way it is for me. I put my prospecting calls first, right? They take a little more guts. You kind of got to be revved up to make a prospecting call. So I do them first. I get revved up, right? I got to go and get that done. And once I do that, things are moving. Even if they say no, things are moving. My brain's on. I got activity and we're pushing forward. Okay. So day before, look at your calendar, get it planned out, make sure it's time blocked. Again, look at my my post from a day or two ago, most recent post on my personal profile, and it'll kind of walk you through how I plan my day and how I put my priorities in there. Work your priorities out, time block it. That post will explain some of that. All right. Look at the day before, get it ready, do something tough first. Make sure you have real life human accountability. Brenda, I do my morning affirmations and thank you first and foremost. Yes, Brenda, I used to do that morning affirmation thing too. I've drifted away from that practice, but that is such a good practice. I used to actually have like this document I would read to myself every day. Did it for so long, like way over a year, every day. That would remind me who I am, where I am, what my capacity is, and just get me in the right mindset. That is a fantastic idea, Brenda. So that's one thing I do to help with my mindset early on. Another thing I do is I keep a calendar. Just can be on your Google Calendar, could be a calendar on your door, a paper calendar. And I kind of write a little happy or sad face on that. And I put a few reasons why. If I'm feeling awesome that day, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, I try to write the emotion that I'm feeling and I put down why. Often I feel a little lower in the morning. Depending on how the day goes, I'll feel happier or sadder as the day goes on. But there'll be reasons for that. Often it's because I think I got a little farther along with a client, or I made a sale, or something great happened in our agency, or something in my family happened great. Or if it's negative, it's because I didn't make the sale, or I didn't get the prospect on the phone I wanted to, or no real activity happened that day, and I just messed up and I didn't accomplish things. My fault. No worries. Jot down why. I usually find that the feelings that are going on in my head that day, particularly when it comes to work, are connected to a good thing happening, but activity is a ratio, right? You can't have every day be an amazing good day from a pure results standpoint. We have a lot of things we have to do. We have to make a lot of phone calls, we have to make a lot of emails, a lot of messages on Facebook, a lot of connections, and it actually has to go in there and you have to put it down. So you know that, hey, today I feel kind of crappy, but that's okay because I realize I actually made 40 phone calls and I made 27 outreaches on Facebook and I sent 7 more emails. And tomorrow, I'll probably get 3 awesome connections and close a sale because of that activity. And I'm going to feel amazing tomorrow. But I'm going to feel amazing tomorrow because of the hard work I did today. And I have to make sure I remind myself, no, today was a good day because I did what I know I'm supposed to do. I did the activity. The results will come. Yes, Brenda, your point again creates positive attitude. Those affirmations, I'm going to go back to that. The affirmation thing is really, really positive. Telling yourself, hey, I'm Chris Williams. I'm amazing at client outreach. I'm amazing at a sales process. I'm amazing at building systems. I'm amazing. I'm not telling you this. This is not my commercial to you. I'm just saying my affirmations went something like this. I would go through things I'm amazing at. I love processes. I love people. I love building a sales process and figuring out creative offers. I love cracking the code on markets. I love doing that stuff. I have an amazing team. I have people that help me with the details that really help me get stuff done. I have an amazing opportunity in my community to grow and use my skill set and take what I have and help someone else. If they pay me or not, I can add value to another human. I am valuable and my value can help them and increase their value. That's amazing stuff. Going through those things on a daily basis, write down what your affirmations are. If you need examples of that, you can Google how to write down your daily affirmations, how to write down personal affirmations. You'll see tons of examples. You can copy paste, get ones that work for you. If you have a therapist you can lean in on, that'd be amazing too. So I love looking ahead a day. I love putting something hard in the day to just get that done. And then I love going into the calendar and making sure I know why I felt awesome or not so awesome at the beginning and end of each day, so I can understand, hey, my feelings are largely based on something that just happened that might not have been in my control, but the activity I produced is actually what I need to rely on, not just what's blowing in the wind. All right. Even in markets like they are today, it has to be based on your action, things you can control, because a lot you can't control. 4 weeks ago, a lot of us thought we could control a lot more than we were controlling. Now we're a little shaky, but truly, you can still control your actions and you can still control things that are moving forward. Okay. Another question I'm getting, what you say after I am comes back to you. You're right, Brenda. Back to the affirmations. After you say, I am blank, I am powerful, I am positive, I am an encourager, I am a supporter, I am a team member. Those things, they do come back to you. It's weird how that stuff sticks in our heads. I don't know if it's the universe or if it's just in our heads or if it's neurons firing. I don't know what it is, but it works. I love it. Okay. So, another question, just to go back here, was how to recover after you get multiple no's in a row. And a little more detail there. A lot of us are feeling like, hey, people are saying no, no, no too often. How do you get up back on the bike and ride, so to speak? Yes, I get back on the bike and ride. And here's a couple things I do. Logically, I listen to what the people are saying when they say no. I'm figuring out why they're saying it. Oh, I don't have any, I can't work, or oh, all the opportunities change, or we're just on a cash crunch right now. And I say, great, awesome. And so what is it that I can do for you? How could I help you? If it was free, how could I help you? What do you actually need? I got a couple minutes on the phone right here. I could spend a few minutes maybe later on just helping knock something out for you. What is it that would actually help you? I find those needs, and then I create an offer and craft that into something I can actually start offering on the next calls, or even to that person. Hey, what if I could go ahead and take care of that for you? Usually we charge $1,000 for that. I can do it really quickly for you. With $100, get it off your plate and you can move forward. I get a lot of yeses like that right now. Our team's getting a lot of yeses like that right now. Even if it's at a discount, it's something I can do quickly. If it's something I have automated, then super easy, let's go. If it's something that I can just learn from, so I can go into the next calls, and after I get a pattern of calls, it gives me an opportunity to see where the niche is and where the opportunity is, and actually how to push that forward. That's really powerful. It gives my activity a purpose, and it gives my activity something I can plug into a spreadsheet or a Word document and start tracking what's going on, so I know what to do next. And I know that that next activity will be more powerful than the one I just finished. Okay. It is so important to get back on that bike, on that horse, whatever you want to call it, and ride again. If you fall off, get back on. Right now, when people are doing nothing, if you're doing nothing, you're really in a spot where you're going to suffocate, and it's not going to help you any. If you're stuck, start moving. Start reaching out on Facebook, start reaching out in email, start reaching out in phone calls, start texting people. Hey, this is the stuff I specialize in. Do you need help in this, or do you know anybody else who needs help in this? Reach out and make those connections. Okay. I know you might get a ton of no thanks, not right now, all on hold, but eventually you're going to hit one. It works. It really does. It really, really does work. Closing ratios for me are typically north of 50%, depends on which market we're working in. But they're strong for me in most of our markets. And again, that depends on which market, how high the ticket is, and blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. Our closing ratios are down probably in the 25-30% range. So we're down almost half, a little less than half. But it's not because, so yeah, the market has shifted a little bit. But here's the thing. It's not because the people are different. It's because every time I get on a phone call or an email conversation or someone gets referred to us, it's simply because their needs have shifted. They might be a little shorter on cash or have everything going on normally, but I'm still finding the people who have a normal pattern of business or have actually an increased chance in business right now. I'm still finding them. There's tons of them out there. It's okay. The people you need are out there. All right. Sugar Jones, what are some things you can give away like that? So yeah, going back to, hey, if there's something you can catch on the phone call or on a Zoom call or whatever, and somebody's like, no, don't really need help right now, or we're pretty tight on cash. I start asking, for me, again, so my agency that I run on a daily basis, we work with medical professionals medical and dental in high-end specialties, super niched areas in rural communities, so small communities around the United States. All right, so we're super niche, really go after that. Now, in our world, a lot of those agents, a lot of those businesses have completely shut down for like 60 to 90 days because they do a lot of elective cases. Elective cases in lots of hospitals have been kind of canceled for a while. A lot of dentist offices have shut down, all that stuff's okay. So we do full creative suites. We do all the marketing, everything done for you, very high end, very concierge service. So what we've done is we've reached out to all of our clients and just checked in. Hey, we understand you're not doing cases, but can we help you go through your list of codes, billable things that doctors and dentists get to bill for from an insurance standpoint, and find out what you can actually do from a digital standpoint, what you can do from telemedicine. What are some of the systems and processes you're going to need to use to bring your front desk to someone's kitchen so your front desk staff can still manage appointments and rescheduling and all that kind of stuff to bring the technology home to them? We're working on how can we message on a regular basis, like once a week, even if we're not doing everyday posting. What can we do once a week to make sure we're still posting and keeping your community engaged, aware of the virus and all the stuff that's going on in the community? Even if it's not pushing and publishing about scheduling an appointment right now, there's still an enormous amount of goodwill. We're finding out how we can tell their stories. We're asking, what are you and your staff doing in the community? Are y'all actually helping deliver food? Are you taking care of any elderly? Are you watching out for any of the local school children who rely on schools for lunches? What are the things that you're doing in your community that we can tell that story? It's a great time to find a lot of goodwill and a lot of opportunity in the market. We also have, I'm just kind of going through the list here, Sugar, so if this helps, great. We also have templates that we use internally that kind of help with our systems and processes that we're able to share with our clients to say, hey, here's things we do as a virtual team. Let's just go ahead and open up this Google Drive for you. Here's how we do it. Here's how we use Zoom. Here's how we use Google Docs. Here's how we use the Drive. Here's how we use an online project management suite. Things that we can do already since we know how to work virtually that they don't know how to do. We also have one more layer on this. We also have a lot of our systems and processes. We're very system and process oriented, which is why I work so little for the money I make, is because I'm really good at systems and I'm really good at people and teams. And I want to make sure that we bring the right stuff to our people. So we have a lot of ways that we build systems and processes that we work with, and we share that with our clients as well. A lot of that's already in template system form. It's already in recorded video form because we do that for our own internal structure. Things like that. They don't generate the same revenue we used to generate, and it's very different. Like, it's a completely different model, but it's the same. When you think about it, I'm serving their needs. Their needs are not right now running Facebook ads to book. This is in my market. They don't need to book new appointments next week because there is no next week for them. They're going to wait 60 days. Then we'll get back on and start doing that. But there is a lot of storytelling, positive community engagement, and internal team structure stuff that we can teach them that we were not teaching them in the past. We can now. Okay. Awesome. Systems are awesome. Yes, they are. You're right, Sugar. All right. Any other questions? Today was Q&A and mindset. You can do this. You can do this. I know I'm supposed to be motivating everybody here and not sounding depressed. I'm honestly not. I love this, but I do breathe a sigh of relief at the end of every day when I don't get any bad news right now, right? When I don't hear somebody say, oh, I need to back off a little bit or whatever. That all pretty much happened last week. This week, honestly, our sales, our appointments, all kind of things kind of tapered off last week. This week, we've actually been launching back up. I'm just shooting you straight. That's what happened. Last week was tough. I had to stay in the game, right? Y'all saw me on here every day last week. But I was intentionally doing the things that it takes to keep my mind straight. This week, it's really working. Not getting bad news. I don't think I've had any bad news in the past 5 days, 6 days, something like that. Amazing. Yay. So it's going to be okay. The world is, and I can already see the markets getting back to normal. I'm not talking financial markets. I used to be a financial guy, so people ask me questions about that. Not talking financial guys. I'm talking the markets that are in this space, really working in the digital marketing space. Your clients, my clients, and each other as digital marketers, creative agency owners, funnel builders, ad people, video, all that stuff. It's coming back. You can see it coming back this week. If you're out there doing a lot of activity, you won't see the same high-end results maybe, but you will see that it's shifting back up. It's better than last week. I think that's going to be consistent. I owned a financial advisory and investment advisory firm. I'm a certified financial planner. Did that for a bunch of high net worth clients. And in 2008, when that market crashed, everybody kind of felt like this, like, oh no, everything's changed forever. It's never getting back to normal. Here's the deal. Some things will change, but ultimately we're people. We're still humans. You're not a different person than you were 2-3 weeks ago, and neither am I. Yeah, I'm a little more skeptical, a little more wary of, wow, viruses can really impact us. I'm aware of that as a person, but ultimately I still want to go out to eat. I can't wait till I get to go back to some of my favorite restaurants. I still want to do business with people. I still want to spend money. I still want to make money. I still have kids. I still have a dog. I still love buying stuff. I still like traveling. I still like getting new collars for my dog. I still love racing remote control cars. I still love running. I still love hanging out with my friends at coffee shops. I still love being me. You love being you. All of your clients and the entire world loves being them. Okay. So it's going to go back and it's creeping up. And this will kind of come in little bumps, but it'll keep creeping up and it'll go up and down because people's emotion will start to calm and settle and shift. And that calming, as we get used to the new things we have to overcome, used to the new ways we got to shop, used to being away from our restaurants for a little while, we know we're going to get back. Those things still shift. My orthodontist, I have Invisalign. My orthodontist, and I have 5 kids, so we have lots of braces. My orthodontist canceled everything unless it's an emergency. Am I worried about my orthodontist not doing business in the future? No. She's going to do amazing business in the future and have a whole bunch of appointments backed up and ready to go. We still need orthodontics, all right? Just because things are on pause doesn't mean it's over. So hang in there, stay strong, do the activity so that your agency and your business isn't over. Do work, get results. Do it. Go. But the pedaling of that bike, the uphill grind, the work, the mental game will get easier week in, week out. It might go up and down depending on the day and how you feel, but week over week, it will get easier and more stable and more controlled. Okay. Dennis, when I'm quiet, I'm thinking and thinking and thinking. Yeah, me too, Dennis. Thinking and thinking and thinking. I don't know if that's a positive thinking and thinking and thinking for you, or if it's like negative. For me, sometimes right now, too much quiet space makes me kind of think about and worry about stuff I don't want to, even though I know things for our agency are going the right way. We're still a little scared and shook up. I listen to a lot of audiobooks anyway. I love biographies. I love science fiction. Love business books, love mindset stuff. So I'm knocking out some audiobooks, laying in bed, going to sleep. I'm not laying there, just letting my mind wander and freak out. I'm controlling what's going on in my mind, controlling those patterns. If I listen to an audiobook and I'm still thinking about stuff that's making me worry, I just stop, take a few breaths, focus on the book. Okay. Another series I like right now on Netflix is Alone. Alone. Start at the beginning. Don't start with series or season 2 or 3. If you've not watched Alone, it's freaking amazing. I love the outdoors, love the mountains. It's set up in on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. They drop off 10 people. It's all men. The first season, it's men and women. The second season, third season, it's very diverse as it goes on. And the stories behind it are really cool. And the way these folks kind of overcome the alone feelings and the adversity. Some people drop out, some people stay in. But if you track the ones who are staying in, you're like, that's some stuff I want to emulate. Some of those folks really have it figured out. Their mindset's really, really strong. Okay. Thanks, Sugar. Thanks, Brenda. Brenda, I feel that this is a great time to create online relationships and start building trust to create those future customers. Absolutely, Brenda. If you don't have an online community right now, just one-on-one connections are awesome. If you don't have like a Facebook group or an Instagram following that you're really nurturing, or a YouTube following you're really nurturing, like this is a great time to build it, right? If you have extra time, you're sitting at home and you can do your thing, find your niche, know what you're awesome at, and kind of think through, how is this thing going to launch in the future? And go ahead and build those relationships. Be their hero. Like step in there and help your people, right? Oh my gosh. I talked to my coach yesterday. I have a coach, and yes, I'm in a mastermind. Always have a coach, always be in a mastermind. That's what I do. It's so freaking helpful for me. I grow, and I just come out of that so encouraged, so uplifted, and so like, thank you for helping me straighten out my brain again. So you got this. Build a group, build your community. Brenda, go out there, be the awesome person you are, and I don't know if you and Dennis actually work in the same niche or if you'll have two separate ones, but go out there and crush those things and really get in there and support and build and build and build and build. Sugar, you bet. So glad you're here. Dennis, yeah, it's good. I'm just letting you know I'm here and drinking it all in. Thanks, Dennis. Appreciate that. Glass of wine in the evening helps as well. Speaking of drinking it all in, that's not meant to throw anybody on or off. But whatever you do to just take it down a notch. Every night right now, my kids are home. This, like, we're homeschooling like a lot of people are, whatever. We're not homeschoolers, but we're trying. My hats are off to the real homeschoolers because they're crushing it right now. But every night, we sit down in our living room and we're on Disney Plus and we're watching all the old like 1960s and 70s, like Haley Mills type, genre, That Darn Cat, Swiss Family Robinson, all those goofy ones, just to chill out and have fun. It's so great. We're going for walks in the park. I'm turning it off every day at 6 p.m. Like turning off the phone, turning off Facebook, like trying to just get out of the zone and take some time just to chill out with my family and get my head back in the game. Okay. Brenda, thanks, Chris. Yes, we have the same business. Cool. Okay, Wes, what's a good way to get more people in my Facebook group? That's a really good question. Here's how you do it. So you pick your niche, pick your genre, know what you're good at, and build a Facebook group. Like, for instance, I love building an agency, the agency model. I love efficiency and systems. And so I get tons of questions from people before I even built this Facebook group. I get tons of questions from people on how to build a really efficient, creative agency. And I work with people to help them figure that out. I love running my own agency for a bunch of medical and dental professionals we work with. And I love teaching people how they can do it too, for whatever niche they're in. So I create a group around how to build effective and efficient agencies. That's what this one's about. The Elite Agency Inner Circle. You name it something cool like the Elite Agency Inner Circle. And then you go out and find people on Facebook. You can go over in the search bar on Facebook. And like when you go into, like, if you're on the home link up there. So I'm looking at Facebook. I've got my name, Chris, and then I've got home and then create and then all the little messenger things. Go to home, go over to the side. You can actually click on groups, or you can search. You can search in the top for like a name. You can find some college roommate you had. You can search up there and you can click a drop down menu. I'm not doing it right now because it's going to like super slow my internet. I'm just going to type in Wes, and then I'm going to go enter. I'm just typing in your name, Wes. I'm hitting enter. Hopefully this doesn't slow us down too much. Nope, it's going to say leave this page. Stay on this page. I'm not going to short down the video. All right, so you can go up there. You can search. You can actually search for like people in your market. So Wes, if you're looking for small to mid-sized businesses that are looking for IT support, technology, speed right now, internet connectivity, safety, working from home, the networking, all of that stuff that you do. By the way, Wes is a fantastic guy to lean in on if you want that kind of work. He's amazing. If you're looking for that kind of person, look for those, small business owner or dentist or agency owner or accounting firms. Look for those, and then you'll find the people, and you invite the people to be your friend on Facebook, and then you invite your friends that are in your niche that support that group to be in that group. So you invite a dentist or an accountant or an agency owner that has the right size business you think to be your friend on Facebook. Most of them accept, and then you invite that person to your group. Let them know, hey, I have this group that's just talking about this every day: network issues, support, all that kind of stuff, working from home, the security of getting a diverse staff, worked around the country, wherever you are, all those kind of things, speed. And you just say, hey, I'm talking about those things every day in this group. Would love for you to come in there. We're just trying to support the community and drop a lot of good knowledge in there. That allows you to build the relationships. And then in that group, you can actually start those relationships, and people will lean in more and more for any help you can offer them for free, and also for hiring you for your services. That's straightforward, way down the middle. Wes, I know you're in our mastermind as well, and we're going to dive super deep into that in a few weeks. That's coming up. Brenda says, Wes, you can create events to help promote your group or just do lives. Absolutely. Lives are super fun. Okay. You can do lives on your personal and group side. Personal side is fun to be able to pull people into your group too. Just be in there and doing your thing. Awesome. Wes. Okay. I'm about to jump out of this one unless anybody has any more questions. I got time. I'm here. But we're 30 minutes in. I want to make sure anybody catching up and watching on this gets to go back to work. I think I've answered, just scrolling through all the questions, and I think we're good. All right, folks, you're all amazing. I'm going to have a copywriter on here in a few days to kind of do a joint call and have her really speak into the copy that's working right now in today's market and kind of ways you can twist and change your copy for your email sequences, your landing pages, websites, Facebook posts, whatever, into this process. The trick right now is we're trying to get Zoom hooked up to Facebook. I know that's simple, but it's not. We've done that a couple of times, test runs. We keep getting Zoom keeps, or Facebook keeps ending the live within like 2 or 3 minutes. Actually 3.5 to 4 minutes every time. Don't know why. So once we figure that out, we'll be doing that. Anyway, awesome. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Dennis. I will talk to you guys soon. I'll announce it when we're going to get the copywriter on here because I think the copywriter is going to be fantastic and really insightful. That would be a fantastic time for you to actually be able to be live and drop your questions in there so that you can get something at a really amazing price, free, right here in the group. All right. Talk to you all soon. Have a great Thursday. See you on Friday.